All right, just wanted to briefly talk about some special solutions in math. If you think about all of the equations that we've solved so far, everything's always been x equals some sort of number, right? Fraction, decimal, positive, negative, whatever it might be. We do see instances in math where we're going to get maybe two different other kinds of solutions, right? Those would be no solutions where like literally no value in the universe works, and then all solutions where every single value works, right? It doesn't matter what you choose, everything would work out. And we've got the definitions right there, right? No solution, nothing works. All solutions, everything works. How we determine this is in both of these situations, like your variable terms are going to eliminate and cancel. And what you're going to be left with is just regular numbers. And those numbers are going to result in some sort of true or false statement. So something that's true, like an example of that would be that 4 equals 4. If that happens, then we'd have all solutions, right? That means that every value that you try, whether it be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it might be, every single value that you choose to plug in to check to see if the left side matches the right side is always going to check out and be true. The contrary of that, right, the opposite of that is if we have something like 4 equals 1, so our variables cancel, they go away, we're left with 4 equals 1. That means that we have no solution. So you could spend the rest of your life trying to figure out a value for the variable and nothing would ever work. Let's look at a few examples. So we need to state whether the solution is all solutions, or no solution, or one solution. Something like x equals -5, that's an example of one solution. X has to be -5. It can't be anything else. Okay. If we look at the example right below that, we've got that 4 equals -5. That's an example where we've got no solution because 4 is not equal to -5. Those aren't the same value. That's not true. So that would be no solution. So right here we've got 1, and here we've got no solution. And then our last one here, 6 equals 6. Well, obviously 6 is the same exact thing as 6. We have no variable term, so that would be what like mathematicians call all real solutions. Another common like phrase that mathematicians use would be like infinite solutions, which means that anything in the universe works. So all real and infinite are similar ideas. Now, if we look at actually like an equation here, not something that's already been kind of solved and like to the last line of work, like the 3 over here on the left. But what I want to do is get my variables by itself. So let's subtract 2x over to the other side. Those cancel. Now I have that 3 equals, if I have 2x's and I get rid of 2x's, I'm at 0. If I look to see is that true, does 3 equal 0? Those are the same things. Obviously they're not. This is an example of no solution. Down here, maybe I pick up right here at this stage that x or -x minus 6 and -x minus 6 are the exact same thing. That's an example of like all solutions. If I want to actually go through the process, I'm going to do this on another slide here. So I've got -x minus 6 equals -x minus 6. And start to work with this, I can. So maybe I add over x to both sides. That cancels and that cancels. I've got that -6 equals -6. And last time I checked, those are the exact same thing. My variable's gone. This would be an example of all real solutions. All right, another example here, just kind of a multi-step equation. If I start to put together things that are alike, I've got -5x plus 4 equals, if I put these together, I'm at -5x. 6 minus 2 is 4. So right there, the left side, -5x plus 4 matches the right side, -5x plus 4 perfectly. This is another all real solutions. Sorry for my writing, but if I want to go like a next step further and prove it even more, maybe I choose to get my 5x's on the same side. So opposite cancel, also opposite cancel as well. Now I'm at 4 equals 4. Well, again, I see 4 is the exact same thing as 4, so that translates right back to my all real solutions idea. So remember, when your variables cancel and you're left with just regular numbers, if they are equivalent to each other, put the same 4 equals 4, all real solutions. if we get something that looks like that, where am I at here? Right, where 3 does not equal 0, right? Variable canceled, variable canceled. 3 is not the same thing as 0. No solution. Here's one with some distribution. If I distribute into the 2x into the negative 1, I've got that 6x minus 3 plus 5 equals 6x plus 6. Combine some like terms on the left side. I've got 6x, those go to plus 2 equals 6x plus 6. Maybe I pick up at this stage that 6x plus 2 is not the same thing as 6x plus 6. If I want to prove it a step further, I could subtract 6x from both sides. Those cancel, they're opposite. Those cancel, they're opposite. Now I have that 2 equals 6. And clearly 2 and 6 aren't the same thing, so I'm right back to my empty set or my no solution idea. So just a quick recap, if it's a true statement, right, like 4 equals 4, all solutions. If it's a false statement like 5 equals 4, my no solution. I hope this helps you out. Wish I could have been here to help prepare you for this in person, but the video will suffice. Best of luck.